So, we're getting started.
We are, I think, Avita.
Yes, we are.
We are
All right,
indeed.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the champion call. I am very, very excited because we're gonna have giants and professionals from the sport world here. First of all, I'm very, very excited to have you here, Ray.
Hello, Avita. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm in lockdown in LA. It's morning here. I guess you're in LA. You in London, right?
Yeah, I'm in London. So yeah, we're on lockdown still. So we're just waiting now. We're in phase one at the
All
moment.
right.
So there's a few people let out again, and hopefully we can get back to normal as quick as we can.
Well, yeah, I hope that too, Ray. So there are a few things I'm excited about. Is my German accent talking with you because I'm always getting excited when I have the British accent around me. So excuse me that. And Ray, we very very special day today actually, right? I'm sure that's something that you want to talk about. First of all, let's introduce to the people. We're gonna have Brian Hughes, we're gonna have Yuri Jorgaev, we're gonna have Nuno Gomez and Andrei Shevchenko here as the guests that I'm very very excited about. But also, there is one thing today. It's an anniversary, right? Because today is the 16th anniversary of Arsenal being the Invincibles, right?
Absolutely, yeah, very proud of that. I was lucky to be involved in such a great side, and Arsene Wenger always said this team can go unbeaten. He really thought they had all the qualities to go unbeaten. Obviously, Liverpool have come close, and Manchester City have come close, but yeah, 16th anniversary today. Going back to 2004, yeah, won the league. We had 4 games left, and we managed to go the whole season without getting beaten. So credit to the guys at the football club at that time to hopefully live on for quite a long time.
So you had 38 games in one season and no losses, right?
Yeah, it was 26 wins and 12 draws. And again, we had some really tough games and looked like we were going to lose the game, but somehow we got another goal and managed to get a draw out of the game. So again, we had a really good squad of players. When we had our injuries to our key players, we had other key players to come in and do the same job. So credit for the whole squad, a real big achievement from Arsenal Football Club. And that was the last time they won the league. So hopefully, going forward, they can go. I don't know about going unbeaten, but all I would be happy with is they can win the league once more, or a couple of times.
Yeah, so you would actually be happy if they could win again, but it doesn't. You don't feel like every year when you see like, oh, you're still unbeaten. There's no other team that actually bet that. Doesn't feel it like more like comfortable for you, or you would like to see anybody else like having that title?
No. I think once you get a record like we've got, you don't want no one to beat it. Probably if you wanted someone to beat it, it'd be Arsenal Football Club again. But I don't think that'll happen at the moment with the situation we're in. But obviously Liverpool become very close, and Manchester City have become close to do the unbeaten season. As a player, I'm sure if you ask any player, they don't want Chiefs. So I'm sure they'd be exactly us if they'd done that.
Yeah. So, Ray, I also heard that you are participating in a TV show, right? People love seeing you talk, hearing you talk. So, tell us when can we? What's the name of the show, and when can we see you again on that show?
Yeah, this is very exciting. Actually, I'm sure you'll enjoy watching it. A lot of the old players are come back into the team and formed another team. It's called Harry's Heroes. It starts next Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, at 9 p.m. in England. So it won't be a bad time for you. I mean, it'd be quite early in the morning for you guys. So, but it should be a lot of fun. Harry Redknapp was obviously our manager. And we play a team in France, a team in Italy, and obviously finish in Germany, which was always our big opposition. England, Germany over the years has always been a real battle. So it's a real fun program. It's not all serious, and I'm sure every viewer who watches it really enjoy it.
I'm definitely going to tune in. I want to give you a quick question, but you don't have to think about that too much about the answer. So if you would have a chance to entertain people again on the field or being in television, what would you choose
Oh,
if you
definitely
would
the
have the
field.
chance?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what you know best. That's what you're brought up to play on the football pitch. I joined Arsenal 11 years old. I used to play for Arsenal, and if you ask any sportsman, whatever sport they do, it's tennis, horse racing, they want to be the best at what they want to do. So it would always definitely a TV star, probably not, but definitely football. If I could go back again and or go forward and say what would I do, definitely football again.
But I know that you do a very, very good job also as a TV star. So I saw you at the presentation and how you host. It's just like magical. You have a magical energy, and that's actually something that we really, really, really gonna miss in the stadiums and as an artist. Being on stage. It's the magic that people create in the stadium, right? Like coming together. I really don't understand. Like I don't know how it's gonna go on. Like will players be on the field without an audience? How can you imagine like how that's gonna happen?
Yeah, it's gonna be really tough for the players. I mean, we've got to wait for the get the all clear. We know the Bundesliga is starting this weekend, so I think all eyes will be on the Bundesliga to see how it works and see how the players cope with how with the lockdown and the testing and whoever this virus has been an absolute nightmare for a lot of people. But and waiting to see how that goes. But it's a real strange situation because you're always used to playing in front of 40, 50,000 people. The atmosphere really drives you on as a player as well. And you'll be able to hear every single word from every single player, which would be interesting.
And
Probably
that's the
some bad
magic.
language at times.
And it's
There might be a
part
little
of
bit of
it,
bad
like
language. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
But that crowd are very important, especially being at home. When you're playing at your home stadium, they can really drive you. I'm sure every single sport will suffer, but we also want to see sport again, and we're lucky to have it on the TV. And if it does come back, lots and lots of people will be tuning straight in to watch football, horse racing, tennis, whatever it's going to be. So let's hope we can get back into a safe environment and get sport playing again, because I think everybody's missed sport as much as we've got a lot more to worry about at the moment with this virus. But when we can get the sport back, it's a real soothing for people and for mental health as well, because people really enjoy watching
of
sport.
course. Yeah, and also, I mean, people really miss this human interaction. I think like the first time like people will come back into a stadium and be and watch a game, I think everybody will cry and just hug each other or something. And we have to be like, now I'm thinking about all the concerts that I did and having the audience and everything.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just so grateful for having that experience, because it's something that we all really, really, really miss right now. So right now, I want to really thank also Bet Construct. I want to thank VBET for being who's the official betting partner of Arsenal. And what do you think about Ray? Should we start having our guests here?
Yeah, absolutely. We're really looking forward to seeing the guests.
So I'm very, very excited because we have a champion in lockdown here right now. Hey Brian, how are you?
Hello, how are you? Can you
How
hear
you
me?
doing,
Perfect.
Hello?
Brian?
So we have
Okay, mate.
Yeah, hi, Ray.
Yeah,
Brian,
absolutely. I just want to.
became champion.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
So
yeah.
141 races in one
Amazing.
season, right?
Sorry?
141 races you had in one season, and you became champion just shortly before the lockdown. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's something that as Ray was talking about, when you get into sport, you obviously football teams want to win medals or cups, but jockeys want to be champion. They want to be the best of that year. And yeah, it's something I've always dreamt of being. And yeah, I was lucky enough this year that I had a good lead when racing went into lockdown. So yeah, it's it's all in the past now, unfortunately. Yeah, we've got to look forward to next year and hopefully defend the title.
Brian, it
But
was great to see and you know, celebrated early, and it's been a real situation. Football club as well. You know, could go and win their first Premier League title, or there could be no fan stadium. So hopefully you had a small celebration with your close family.
Well, we didn't really, to be fair, because we were in lockdown for 6 weeks. Obviously myself and my wife, we've got two very young children, so we didn't take any chances.
Yeah.
Didn't leave the house much at all. But I'm sure that once the restrictions get eased a bit, there might be a bit of a celebration. But probably fortunate enough for me, it won't be as big as it might have been, because there was plenty of people wanting to celebrate, which is nice. But hopefully we can get back to the day job rather than the celebrating.
And that final meeting. Sorry, that final meeting at Sandown is always a special. That is always a special meeting, Brian, isn't it? I mean, I love the horse racing, and that is a special in my calendar. I always seem to watch the Sandown last. That's where all the trophies. But it's a quick turnaround in jump jockeys, isn't it, for you guys? I mean, I think you only have 2 or 3 days, and you start the new season again.
Yeah, well, you've got about. It used to be just a couple. It actually used to be stopped on Saturday, and it would start again the next day. But we have a couple of days, and then obviously it gets kicked off again, because May is quite a busy month. There's plenty of racing in May, but unfortunately, look, with all sport, it's all been stopped. So we've got to just focus our attention to when it gets restarted. But yeah, that's probably the downer, really, missing the Sandown day. Obviously, it's a great spectacle, as you say. But sure, hopefully next year I'll be able to be in a similar position, if I've got a similar run of luck, and we might get that whole day and the presentation and whatnot.
I'm sure you also enjoy the lockdown a little bit, because I heard that from the race, when you participate on the races. I mean, 141 races in one season is a lot, right? So you hop into the helicopter to go from one race to another. Is that right?
Not as it's not as glamorous as that, I'm afraid. Hop into the car. Not really reached them heights just yet. Yeah, hop it. That's the downside of this game, really. A lot of traveling up and down the country. The racing, it's not saying it's the easy part, but as you say, it's the most enjoyable part. But the miles you cover on a yearly basis is the downside. But that's part and parcel of it, and every jockey does it. So you've just got to get your head down and just try your best at to cope with it, really.
Brian, last season you had some great rides. What was your most satisfying win?
Last season, you put me on the spot now, really. It's not so much. It's not always the biggest winner that gives you the most satisfaction. It's the horses that maybe you think, I haven't done too bad in that. I've given that a good ride, and that probably shouldn't have won that race. But look, I was lucky enough to have a few graded winners. Like a few Grade 2 winners. The winner at Doncaster one day on ITV, which was quite good because it was for my main yard, and on our main owner, which was good. And then obviously we had a couple of nice horses to run, and then it was a bit disappointing, obviously, with the end of the season coming so close. We had a lot of horses sort of geared up for Aintree, which generally northern jockeys or northern trainers, that's where they aim their horses at. But them horses are all still there, thankfully, and hopefully we can have some big days next season.
And Brian, I just got to ask you, because you must be very proud, because you're the first Northern-based rider to win the title for 40 years, which is an unbelievable achievement. I think the last one was John Joe O'Neill. So you give everybody hope up north, and the jockeys. We knew AP McCoy was always very dominant when he was riding, but you started something new now, so you've got to keep that going now.
Yeah, well, as you say, when you we obviously being champion jockey, or you win the league in football, you want to do it again the next year. And yeah, it's been a while since anyone in the north, as you say, 40 years. John Joe O'Neill was the last champion, but yeah, it was always dominated by southern-based riders. So it did give a lot of, hopefully, I think it's gave a lot of hope to northern racing fans, trainers, owners. I mean, it's amazing when it looked like I was well clear in the lead and or even competitive. A lot of even the fans, the sport, people just we always wishing you well, and a lot of people will get behind you. So with a bit of luck, I say we're a one-hit wonder.
That sounds very good. And so you think you're getting back into the season next year will be hard because you physically like so much, like under pressure, and just keep yourself fit for the next season. Like, do you think it will be hard to start again?
Yeah, it'll be very different. Obviously, life in general will be very different. But yeah, I mean, I'm led to believe we'll be racing behind closed doors, with no spectators, and a lot of restrictions. But it will be hard, and as you say, it is hard to keep the fitness level up. As you say, there's no, like, you can try and get yourself as fit as you can, but there's no, to be peak fitness, you need to be race riding really. But hopefully, as I say, I run every day. I mean, I ran 8 miles today. And hopefully, as I say, when we get back, we're still maybe 6 weeks off jump racing. So, but yeah, you are right. It's going to take a bit of getting used to the new season, because I've never had a gap in racing to be as big as this. Barring you've got an
Yeah.
injury or something, which you've always got to focus in to get back. But it's been a long old haul. But there's been greater things happen all around the world, more important things. So you just gotta deal with it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I just wish that you just use the lockdown for having time for your children, for your family. I think that's something that we have to concentrate on and just enjoy as much as we can.
Yeah, you're very right. Yeah.
So we have
Just going
our
up, Brian. Can I just ask? Oh, you got over again. Sorry, there's a little bit delay here.
no, no, no.
Sorry.
I know it's so hard to speak with this with different voices, but no, keep going, Ray. I love when you speak.
No, I just wanted
Love
to
it.
ask you, Brian. Just a last question. I mean, I know Graham as manager, Arsene Wenger was a big influence. I know Malcolm Jefferson was a big influence in your career. Sadly, he passed away in 2018, but his daughter Ruth is really, stepped up and creating some fantastic horses. And you've got a great relationship still with Ruth Jefferson, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, as you say, Malcolm was a big a key supporter in my career. Obviously, I was riding winners. And I started riding a good number of winners when I went to Malcolm, and then started getting on better class of horses. And it was unfortunate that obviously he passed away a couple of years ago. And as I say, we just had a great team of horses around us at the time, and obviously waiting patiently. Cloudy Dream, there was a few quite decent ones that were bringing us to the big festivals, and they were competitive. So, but yeah, as you say, Ruth, she obviously she's a chip off the old block. She's a good trainer in her
Yeah.
own right. Um, and she's obviously the owners have kept supporting her and supporting me. And yeah, it's been good that she's obviously have ridden her some nice winners. And she's got a smaller team, but a nice team, and I've been lucky enough to keep riding some of them. Obviously with the owners that have been loyal to me, and yeah, it gives me great pleasure to keep the association with them, because I'll always be very thankful to Malcolm for the help he gave me at that point of my career.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I talk, then okay. So it's just so hard with this Zoom and this live things, right? So I'm also very excited, to talk to the professionals. So Brian, I really wish you good luck keep your health up, keep your fitness up, and just congratulations again. Um, Enjoy the time with your family, and then let's see what's going to be. If it's going to be different for all of us in the next season. For being an artist, being on the field, or I just hope people can come together anytime soon again.
Thank you very much, and hope you all stay fit
Good
and
luck.
healthy and safe, and hopefully see you soon.
Brilliant. All the best, mate.
Good luck.
Cheers. Bye. Bye.
Ray, we have some more guests waiting for us, right?
Well, hopefully, yeah. I'm sure you've
Yeah.
got a great list of guests tonight. Very exciting guests.
So we already have him here, Mr. Andrei Shevchenko. He's politician, football manager, professional, soccer player, everything. So living legend. How you doing, Andrei?
I'm very well, thank you very much. And my apology in advance if one of my kids run around. If you see someone, I have 4 boys here in the house in a moment now.
That's totally
Have to
fine.
keep it busy this situation.
I actually like this.
Andre,
I actually like the situation we're locked out. That we really like. Everybody is somehow very personal and very simple. I just really, really love that. Like everybody's sitting in their houses and talking. I mean, you guys don't see that I have a dress on, but I have my pajama under. So it's locked out. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Andre, how are you coping with lockdown? I mean, how have you been?
I've been great. I'm here in Surrey with my family. We are lucky to have some garden. I mean, they living outside is in this situation. They give some less. We have something to keep it busy, kids, and then also, I mean, that situation what around us, and then I hope everything is settled down. I think the England government doing a great job here, and soon I think everything is gonna go back in normal.
So how is it in the UK? Is it like people are still going out, or is it super lockdown? Because I know in Germany they start to open up things again.
No, I start open up a little bit, and especially last couple days, is let the people go out a little bit, they work out, and then it start to open with some restrictions, some sport facility. I mean, the golf club, and now we can play even tennis. No, it's slowly moving in a better way.
And Andre,
Yeah.
you must be absolutely delighted because the golf. And I was lucky to play with you once at Wentworth, and you are some golfer.
Yeah, it's kind of I used to play when I was playing football, and I start playing in Italy. I get very involved in the game, and in the time when I'm retired, start practice little bit more, start to participate some tournament, and joins few clubs here, and my golf. I enjoy to play golf. I very like this game. I like a lot.
I never understood the thing with golf. I think it's a man thing. I think women don't really understand. Like, it's
No, it's
always one hole
fantastic.
and
And actually, my wife kind of in learning process, and before the virus coming, we. Uh, it's nice to spend time even together. Walk for a few hours. Share some stuff in different environment.
So if this is the
Yeah.
one thing that opens up after lockdown, I'm definitely gonna go for it because I'm just craving for going out and doing something.
Yeah,
So even if I don't like golf, I'm gonna go for it.
yeah.
Andre,
You
how much
obviously
are
had a
you
great
looking?
career. sorry, you've had a great day. Man, did you enjoy yourself in London when you was here and when you played Premier League?
Oh yeah, I mean, we had a great team, and you know that team. I think it should win a lot more, and then we come very close to win the Champions League in Moscow against United. It was, uh, the penalties. I played three final the Champions League. You all finished with the penalty.
Yeah.
Is quite unusual situation. I mean, kind of the lottery in the game, and we come very close. That I very enjoy. I enjoy the fans. I enjoy club. I enjoy players. It was not easy time for me. I get injured a lot of times, and then it's never help. When you try to get in the form, and um, a lot of injury coming in your football career, and especially in that short time when I was in Chelsea, and it kind of disturbed me a lot to express my talent a lot more here in England that I did it in Italy or in Ukraine. But anyway, I very enjoy playing with a lot of great players, legend.
How much are you looking forward to lead Ukraine at Euro 2021?
Oh, I had the conversation because tomorrow we're supposed to be start the preparation for the Euro, and I mean this whole situation, everything been cancelled. But I look forward. I hope everything settled down. It's more important now to think the a lot more important stuff will save the life and keep it the situation. And next year, of course, is a big year, the Euro come, and I think my team, we did a great 2 years. Uh, Nation League we qualified in the group, and then team play very good. And then after that, we play in qualified for Euro. We have a very strong, tough group, and then the players just perform very well. And then I looking forward to do some very very good European Cup next year.
Yeah, we definitely wait with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Um, I always don't know, Ray, if you're waiting for me to talk.
You carry on, Evie.
All right. So, Andre, how pleased were you to finish above Portugal in the Euro 2001 qualifying group?
Was amazing. The Portugal great team, the European champion winner, uh, one of the greatest player all time, Cristiano Ronaldo play, and for us to beat Portugal at home is probably most important game in the group, because
Yeah.
that it was in the end of the group stage, and then that 3 points guarantee us the first place in the group. And I think we played amazing game, uh, beat the Portugal 2-1 against. It was both team expressed very nice football, a lot of great combination. Even in the end, there was drama coming, the red card for Ukrainian player. The stadium get incredible support, and it was very exciting moment in my career. I think one of the more excited uh, games what I've been ever involved. I've been involved in a lot like players, but not many like manager. Is one of the probably best game for me.
And are there any which players would you say should people look out for? Which Ukrainian players should people look out for? Are there any ones that you would definitely underline?
No, we have a lot of, we have a lot of good players who play even in UK. We have Zinchenko would play in Manchester City, great player. He can play different position. And example, in Manchester City, he's play left back. In Ukraine, I use him like midfielder. Sometimes holding midfielder, sometimes depends from the position. He play right, left. I mean, very intelligent players. Yarmolenko is also West Ham players, great players, great quality, uh, great finishing. He had a big injury with his tendon Achilles, and he missed probably half of the season with West Ham, and I think he's recovering now, and his recovery went very well, and I look forward to see him get back and play for West Ham. We have a couple young players who play in Ukraine very good, and like Mikolenko is one of the very, very young, good talent for us.
Amazing. We're gonna look out for them for sure.
Yeah.
If you would, let's say, if you would be on the field, and what would you rather enjoy? Would you rather enjoy 1-0 win or 5-4 win?
That's a good question. I mean, if we talk about some Champions League final or some important, I will always take the one. To win the game is always a place for anyone. I mean, but I very like attacking style. The football changed a lot, even from the fans. Is everyone wanna see some very nice, attractive games with a lot of combination, and then life moving on, football moving on. And in the last 10 years, there's a lot of changing in the rules, and this VR is also, I think, is improving now quality of the football a lot, and especially I think this last 10, 15, 20 years, the generation of the greatest players. I mean, look, Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, all this in the past time, Zidane, Figo, Djorkaeff. There's a lot of great talent, and then is a players who, a creative players who nice to watch. Players like Zola, it's always people more attractive to see nice football.
Yeah, so it's better to win 5-4, so you have like more things to see. Yeah, I guess.
The 5-4 is great for the fans, but kind of the little bit
For the
stressful
fans,
for the
yeah, for the
manager,
fans, it must
I'd
be
say.
Not
amazing,
good.
It's a lot of question after for the defense line. Is
yeah.
I mean, you always try to win the game, but
Accurate.
not concede any goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for the fans, I mean, I'm in the fan position, so I like attractive men running around in the field, but I imagine as a fan, it's very, very exciting to see, like, it's a 5-4. So, anyways, Ade, it's really a pleasure to see you. It's really nice to see you, that you're good, that you're healthy,
Thank you very much.
in a good environment in your lockdown. Take your time with your family and enjoy it. And we have our next guest. Our next
All the best,
living
Andre.
legend,
Thank
Mr.
you. You too.
Gomez.
Look after yourself and your family.
Yeah.
Take care. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. How are you, Nuno?
Hello, Iveta. Hello, Ray. Bye-bye,
Hello,
Cheva.
Nuno.
Nice to see you.
And
Nice to
you.
see you
Where are you
guys.
based, Nuno? In Portugal, you based?
Yes, I'm in Portugal. A town near Lisbon, Cascais. Maybe you've been here before. I don't know, because you like
I know.
I was watching before your conversation, and there's a lot of golf course here. So maybe you already know some golf courses in
I should,
Portugal. But I don't
I
play.
got a new-
Sorry. I'm not listening.
along the Algarve. It's beautiful. So I go there every year, and I love the Portuguese people and very, very friendly. And as you rightly say, there's lots of golf courses to play.
Yes, yes. Maybe we can arrange some tournament for us together to go in after this pandemic go away. Algarve is one of the best spots in Portugal to play golf for sure. And I can you've been there. A lot of English footballers. Some of them they have their houses of holidays
Yeah,
houses there. It's a very nice place to spend the summer. It's true.
absolutely.
So, Yuri is also our guest today. He's going to come shortly after. I mean, you know what? I'm going to ask this question when he comes, because I know that you guys played in the 2000 final together, right?
Yes, in the Euro semi-final, Euro 2000. Yeah, it's true.
Oh,
We
this is
play we play against France. Unfortunately, we lost, and they won the Euro that time in Euro 2000. They became champions. We lost in the semi-final. Great game. We were winning 1-0 for us. I score, but that team of France was amazing. They
was
they had
yeah.
Yuri Djorkaeff, Zinedine Zidane, Henry, I don't know, Laurent Blanc,
Uh,
a lot of players that
and
a
look
lot
how
of
he's
play
smiling
Thuram.
while you tell
Oh,
about his memories.
yeah.
He's smiling because he remembers.
Hi Yuri, how are you?
Hi, Nuno.
Yeah, that
Nah,
that
and you
that team
good?
of
Nah,
France,
I
that
remember.
team.
Nuno, I remember you
Tell me.
running after the referee.
Oh,
when,
I was indeed. I was.
you
You
were very
you
upset
saw
about.
the you saw the wrong side of me that time. Yeah,
No,
because
no, no.
because
And
no, listen, because that time I wish we had VER at that time because
mm.
if we had VAR at that time, I was not running to the referee for sure.
One question, guys.
But
I got to ask you one question because you both played in England, and you both lived in the
And
northwest of England, which is very
in the
cold.
same
And
team,
you
huh?
obviously
Yeah.
your climates you grew up in is a little bit warmer than the northwest. So how did you find Blackburn Rovers, Nuno, and obviously Bolton? I was with Sam Allardyce today, Yuri, and he gave you a great credit. He said he was a fantastic player. But did you enjoy playing in the English league?
Go ahead, Yuri.
yeah, it's rare, and to be honest, from a French side, our relation with England always been as a cousin. You as a cousin, you like it, you hating each other. And when I was in France, I was thinking about this league. It's attractive, but it's not really what I was expecting. As soon I move in Bolton, I really fall in love with the Premier League. I really fall in love with the fans, with the organization. It was for me. It was pure football. Pure football. I mean, nobody make some calculation. Nobody, speak about maybe if we trying to have a draw or win. No, it was only playing, playing.
sometimes it was not a really good quality of game, but the impact or the power of the game, it was something that's really really unique for me.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So since we came in
May I answer
together with
also?
No, yeah, you was a Blackburn,
Andrei
Nuno.
Shevchenko,
Sorry, Ray, and sorry,
Yeah, you was a
Beckham.
Blackburn for.
I agree with Yuri. Unfortunately, I played one season, and it was the last season of my career. And during that time, I remember that I was thinking sometimes, so I should be here when I was younger, because the way the other players, the way the fans live football, it was incredible for me to understand the way everybody thinks about football, and the way they approach football during the weekend and during the practice sessions. I was not used like that, and in fact, I enjoyed a lot. Also, in terms of life quality, lifestyle, I was living in Manchester, so it was very good. It was a really very good surprise for me.
nice guys.
And
So
Nuno,
I'm very very happy that you guys.
Nuno, I was
I'm
living in
sorry, I
You are
just wanted
living
to
in
say
Manchester
that
too.
Manchester
Andrei
also.
Shevchenko came back to
Yeah,
say
yeah,
hi
I
to
was
you
living in
guys because
Manchester too.
you don't meet have this kind of meeting every day. So Andrei, welcome back. I know you came back to say hi to the boys, right?
Yeah, exactly. I saw
Yeah,
Nuno
sure.
before, but Yuri, hi. A long time,
And
Hi,
huh, my
hi, my
friend?
hello
friend.
again.
Yeah,
How are you, my friend? Are
I'm
you
good.
safe? Your family is okay? You okay?
All good. All. Where are you now, Yuri?
I am in Zurich. Yeah, you know,
In
I'm in
Zurich. Yeah.
charge of the, yeah, I'm in charge of the FIFA Foundation, and what I have to say is even if the football business is closed and the world is more and less closed, with the foundation we have a lot of work to do, because you know foundation is it will be more and more important, and we will have more and more action on the field. And we did already some communication, some program with the legends, and you know that Nuno and you are part of the legends and the FIFA legends. You know, when you achieved what you did in your life, you're always in the family, and we always trying to take you and support you, and more important, that use you sometime to make some message, because you were, as Nuno and you and Ray the same, you are first great player, but more important, you are a real strong ambassador in your life. And today is really important that the family of the football are united, and it's for that at the foundation we have a lot of work, and I'm glad to be here in Zurich, and continue to make sure that when everything will restart and reopening, we will be strong enough to support a lot of program for people who are suffering and are in a position where football is very important for them.
Yeah, it's
That's
great, Yuri.
amazing. You do.
You know, it's always pleasure. Anytime, wherever you want,
Yeah,
I
no,
always
I
with
know.
you there.
I know that you were playing the wrong team in Milano because you were with the wrong shirt. But you know,
Listen, I still
but
remember
you
Ukraine drew 0-0 in Paris.
uh,
That
in
was
Paris,
incredible
yes.
game. Yeah, yeah. That was
And
you
you know
guys.
what?
Oh
It's
my God, what a team you had that time. Whoa.
Well, yeah.
I know,
Uh, yeah,
but
you Zizou,
if you're thinking, yeah, Zizou, Petit, Manu,
Petit,
uh,
yeah,
Oh,
can
Thuram,
you?
Deschamps,
Desailly,
Uh,
Leboeuf,
Deschamps.
Deschamps.
Sheva, Sheva, Nino, you are Ray was more
Yeah.
defensive, but you are technical like me. Can you imagine that Deschamps was the captain of this team? He was. Can you imagine the less
Yeah, it's
technical
true.
player? He was the captain of his big team. Henri,
Yeah.
Trezeguet,
So,
Yeah.
Wiltord, Pires.
somebody to put some order on the team.
I
Exactly.
know, Ray. We were laughing
Guys,
all the
I'm
time
so
with
sorry,
BK.
Yuri. No, I have to go. We have a family walk with the dogs and
Okay.
kids, everyone.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
problem.
Well,
My
thank
Say
you
hello
so
apology.
much
to
for coming
everybody.
back.
It
Yeah.
was guys to see you. Good to see you guys, and take
Nice
care.
to see you, Andre. All
Yeah,
the best.
take care. Bye.
Take
Yeah.
All the
care.
best.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good to see good friends. It's important. It's the people Iveta that you invited. They were a great player, but what is really important is they are great men, and Ray the same,
Yeah,
and Nuno and Sheva. And Brian, I don't know him very well. I was listening before, but I think this is important. At one things when you achieve things in your life, you have to give it back, and this
exactly.
is the most important. Yes,
Well, I think
Nice
it's when
words.
when people know how to work hard and reach their goals, that's when they keep their feet on the ground and not like ego driven, and then that's what makes you like a real human being, a real man. So I'm very very proud to talk to all of you because you guys are like champions, and then you give back so much, and you gave through all the years, you gave so much to the people, and I'm very very honored to talk to all of you. And for those who
Thank
don't
you.
know, Yuri has two handsome brothers. And when Yuri is going out with his two brothers, so he was in Armenia with his brothers, and we went out. And in Armenia, well, some people know me, but when Yuri and his brothers are in the room, they literally kick me away and take pictures with him. So
no,
it's in the family. It's in the family.
no.
Yeah, you guys
You
are just,
you are part of the fam. Iveta, you are part of the
yeah,
family
I'm
too.
so happy. Yes.
And and the time when we are in Armenia is as you know, because you are with your sister too, and as you know that
Yeah.
we feel it blessed by the love of the people, and
Yeah.
this is something that is unique for us, because we're not living in Armenia, but we all the time when we're traveling everywhere in the world, we're proud to say that we are Armenian.
Yes, and we are very, very proud that I mean, for Armenia, you see that all the work and everything you do. It's also like for an Armenian, you know how patriotic we are and what we've been through. So, having someone like you, who has Armenian blood in him, and just doing what you do in your whole life, it just makes a whole nation prouder than anything else. So maybe you don't feel that now, but
Merci.
trust me, it's huge what you do. And I think I can say in the name of all Armenians that we're so 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 grateful to have you.
Merci beaucoup. Merci. It's
Yeah, so I can.
if I'm not doing, my mother will kick my ass.
No, no. So I have a question to both of you, if you don't mind. Um, who would you prefer to play with,
Oh, man.
Messi or Ronaldo?
No,
Well,
it's difficult for you.
yeah, that's my answer. That's my answer.
Be careful, be careful.
No, I never played with Messi. I never played, but I can tell and I can see that it's an amazing player. With Cristiano, I had the chance to play, so of course I prefer to. I'm also patriot, so of course I will choose Cristiano because I was a striker, and having him next to me, you can imagine that life was more
Life was
easier
wonderful.
sometimes for me because he was next to me.
Nice. So, do you have any nice early memories of Ronaldo? Maybe some intro
Yeah, of
story,
course. I
something that people
remember.
would love to
I
hear.
remember. Oh, I remember when he joined the first time in national team. Uh, I don't want to tell which year because a long time ago, but 2003 I think. But he had only one season in the professional team of his team here in Portugal, Sporting. I was playing in the other team of Lisbon, Benfica, so we were rivals. But I remember to when I first saw him coming from the bench in the first games of the season, playing like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and I saw and everybody saw that this young kid was different from the others, and the way he changed some games. And the way that he wanted the ball, he didn't have afraid to have the ball. You know, when you are young, when you starting, sometimes you don't want the ball. You know, you because you can feel during the game that I don't know I don't know how to say in English, but you
Yeah.
can see in some young players that they are refrained and they are shy, you know. But Cristiano
Yeah.
was different.
Was
And then
hungry.
when I met him,
He was hungry.
yes, he was very angry. And when I met him in national team, that's when I realized that the things my eyes were watching, that was true because he was a kid that angry for succeed, always having a lot of extra time in the training sessions. He never got tired of doing the practice before the training sessions and at the end, always trying to improve and also in outside the field it's the will to win.
Was
Even playing cards,
was
for example, he wants to win everything, you know. So he's very competitive, and that's why he always he achieve what he achieved because he puts something on his head and he go for it until he achieve that thing, you know. That's the early thoughts that I have from him.
yeah. So he was always hungry to win, and he did. He did. He
Yeah.
marked his place.
In fact,
Definitely. Um, guys. So, if is there like a favorite stadium you play in when you're on the field? Like, is there like a stadium that gives you like a special feeling that you
Well,
prefer to play?
I always liked Anfield. Liverpool was always a special stadium. I've obviously played at San Siro and a few stadiums abroad, but if I'm going to pick one in England, it's always Anfield. Anfield always had a special atmosphere. The way you walk up and the cop on the right hand side, you guys have played there as well, and it was always a great atmosphere. So it's going to be a little bit strange if they do go on and the Premier League gets starting again, and there'll be no fans there if they do win the league. But certainly they had been the best team this season. But that was a special moment when you walked up the stairs, especially at Anfield.
That's
you
nice.
go, Yuri.
Yeah,
Yuri, who do
for
you
me,
stay
yeah, for me, San Siro is my cathedral, and I will say Parc des Princes because is a very very nice place too. You know.
Well, I was lucky to play in both fields, San Siro and Anfield, but I will choose Estádio da Luz in Lisbon because it's very beautiful.
So San Siro,
How many
right?
people? Stade de la Luz, 100,000, no? Stade de la
This
Luz, no?
the new
More,
one,
yeah,
the old one,
old
120.
one,
Yeah,
120.
120,000.
120. But
Yeah.
the new one,
Wow.
yeah, and it was
So you
huge.
just
This one is smaller, but 65,000. But it's very beautiful. Well, my opinion.
well, let's hope that anytime soon more than 50 people can come together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Yes.
you
we
mentioned San Siro. You mentioned San Siro. I know that Ray. It's the only place that you captained Arsenal, right?
It was indeed, yeah. A very proud moment when you're kept in your side, and we end up being into 5-1. And obviously, you guys know very well, you know, Thierry, he was absolutely difficult. Any defence couldn't have handled Thierry. We had Robert Perez. We had so many good friends, Sylvain Wiltord, obviously Patrick Vieira. Arsenal was very much French based as a team, and fantastic players, a very low with guys. So very moment to catching you, even more special when you go to the San Siro.
And Ray, your coach was Arsene Wenger. You play with Patrick Vieira, Robert Pires, Sylvain Wilter, Thierry Henry. How is your French? Tell me.
Oh,
You speak.
I
How is
don't
your
speak,
French?
I don't
You
speak
speak
very good English.
Frenchy French, no?
My English is no good either. But
No, no,
I used
your
to sit
English is
right up
perfect.
with Thierry, Robert, Sylvain. That was in my little corner because we go by squad numbers, and Thierry was 14, I was 15. But I
Yeah,
really got on well with the French guys. I mean, they really enjoyed. I think you guys probably enjoyed the British spirit a little bit. I think both together, it was a real good formula. And I'm sure if you ask Patrick, ask Thierry, Robert, they loved playing for Arsenal and living in
they
London
love it.
because they stayed there so many years. They stayed there so many years, and really good guys, great footballers. I mean, Sylvain Wiltord, very underrated for me. He was a real top
I
player,
know.
Sylvain. Obviously, he had Dennis
No.
Bergkamp in front of him and Thierry, but he was a big figure in our team. 2002, he scored the goal to win at Old Trafford. So he was a big player to have in your squad. We also had Carnu up front, so we had four top strikers, and that's probably why we were so successful.
I know. I know. I remember it was amazing team, and
And,
and what was really important. It was, you know, and sorry to say that, but it was a kind of game what you was not expecting to see in England. How you were playing, control of
yeah,
the ball. Tactically you were in a position, where you didn't give it any space to any team. And it was really rare in England to see this kind of a team playing as a team. And this was impressive.
yeah. But one thing about us, though, Yuri and Blackburn, Nuno, they were tough places to play away. I mean, if we went to the Reebok Stadium, Big Sam Allardyce. I worked with Sam today on the radio in London. He sings his cards. Yuri, a fantastic player, and
Yeah.
was a pleasure to work with you. But Bolton and Blackburn, there were tricky places to play. I mean, sometimes we went up there and we was always in for a big game against Bolton and Blackburn Rovers.
I know. They have the only chance to make something against you. It was to be tough.
Yeah,
was
it was a tough game.
playing at home, playing at home. Yeah,
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 yeah.
but
Long ball and run. Huh? Nino, you remember?
yeah, yeah. But that's also
Yeah,
why it's so special, the Premier League, because you never know what is coming, and you cannot predict the final score, because it's always very competitive, and the teams fight until the end for the winning or for the points. So it's never easy one the biggest clubs to win other clubs.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
So guys, I mean, I'm going to ask a question. I know it's a little unfair because you played with so many amazing players and colleagues in your life, and I'm sure it's very difficult to answer this question maybe, but would if you could pick a team, who would be the 5 players that you will play with, and pick 5?
Me,
Go
number
ahead.
one, Ronaldo.
5 teammates
Ronaldo,
from your
number one.
career. From
Ronaldo, the Brazilian. Sorry, Nuno. I know Cristiano is
No,
fantastic,
that's fine.
but Ronaldo, the phenomenal is the phenomenal. And I took one.
No, Ronaldo was
you
number
took
one.
one,
That's
and that's
right.
okay. So just
Yeah,
5
because you
from
know
It's
why?
from.
Because Iveta, because with Ronaldo you can travel everywhere in the world. You know, he will score a goal.
Well, if I could travel with them, I would do
Absolutely.
that too. But pick 5 teammates in your career, like people you. No. What
Oh,
about
people.
I
you?
really
Muted.
enjoyed to play
Players
with. Yeah,
players that I play
I,
with.
Yes.
yes,
Okay,
Ronnie.
5.
I give you Jean Jouea when he was in Monaco. He was unbelievable. He was a pure diamond. Maybe Patrick Vieira. I really love it, and Thierry Henry. This is a 5 player, but
And
yeah.
goalkeeper? No goalkeeper.
No, they were, all the time at training, they didn't want to stay. They said, no, I'm going home. When you shoot all the time after the session, they're not friends with you. They say, no, come on. They never touch the ball.
Nuno, who you
Well,
going for?
I will choose a goalkeeper to play in my team. Michel Prudhomme. Remember Michel
Yeah,
Prudhomme, Belgium
yeah,
goalkeeper.
of
Yeah.
course, of course.
He played in Benfica once with me. He was the best one that I play with. And then I don't know, one defender. I would choose Portuguese one. Ricardo
Mm.
Carvalho for me was one of the best that I played with, and he's from my hometown, so I have to choose him. And then
Yeah.
Rui Costa, the
Rui
midfielder Rui
Costa, mamma
Costa,
mia. Yeah,
Yeah. Good player.
fantastic player, Rui Costa. Of
Figo,
course.
and Cristiano Ronaldo. Not a bad
Oh,
team.
that's some
What
team.
about?
That's a good team.
Nuno,
Yeah, my team.
why you didn't win something with this kind of player? And they won in
You know the
2016
answer.
only with
You know the
yeah,
answer.
nah,
Yeah,
you
but
Ah,
nah,
no.
because
because we,
we always losing against France.
yeah, no, sorry.
No, we
Oh,
lost
Sorry, Ray.
in
Ray,
the Euro 2000. Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
no.
we
I
lost
picked.
the final.
I got the two. I've got two
We lost. Sorry,
players the
Ray.
same
We
as
lost the
Yuri.
final in 2004. Yeah.
Oh no, I know. I remember the game. I
Go.
remember it very well. But my team would be David Seaman in goal.
Yeah,
Fantastic goalkeeper. Tony Adams as a defender, one of the best I played with. Skill of Arsenal. He was different class. And then Patrick Vieira, because Patrick was as Yuri, what a special talent Patrick was. And I can't two guys out. Dennis Bergkamp and John Reed
Yeah,
would be my 5.
yeah. All
so
Arsenal
be
player.
Great teams.
Yeah, I'm going with Arsenal.
All
all ours.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
So watching this sport and watching soccer from my point of view, and I'm not I'm not into that, right, but I just feel so much respect, um, towards all the other players. And I think I like that much more than just watching, this ball going from one point to another. It's just like seeing you guys, how much respect and how much appreciation you have towards all the other players. It's just amazing. And all the memories that you had all together, it's just something incredible. So I really, really respect that so much. And I have a last question for you, Yuri. Do you think Alexander Lazaret can play his way into the France squad?
Who?
Lazaret. Lazazet.
Like I said.
Like I said,
Lacazette.
Lazaret is from
Lacazette.
Jerusalem. Like I said.
Excusez-moi, mon frère.
Comment, Iveta, alors? Ouais,
Mon
Iveta,
frère,
tu parles très
excusez-moi.
bien français. Qu'est-ce qui se
Mais je
passe?
ne peux parler
This is
français,
your
non.
accent.
That was a German Armenian accent.
No, your fantastic accent. I mean, we're very lucky because we have a new generation. Since 2016, we lost on the final against Portugal, but we were in the final. 2018, we won the World Cup, and really we have a bench of young players coming every day on the every big squad playing, showing that the French academy, the French touch is still doing well, and I can imagine someone like Didier Deschamps, the coach, who are lucky to have a lot of choices. And if I have to mention one player, I will mention it is Kylian Mbappe. Why? Because first, is brilliant, is young, is showing a strong character, but he understands the game and the new game, and is very opening and very close to the people. And this is very important, I think. This is a good example for the young generation who's coming and thinking just me, 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 me. I think Mbappe, what he's doing is showing that football it's still, and it will remain a collective sport. And if you want to win, like he did in the World Cup, you have to be all together, or you're not winning.
Yeah, that's true. Andriy Shevchenko also said that, with this new generation of players, you can really see like a, like a kind of an evolution, because there's so many young players. And so do you think that during the evolution of players, the way to think and to act and to change somehow, or are you still like you still stuck to the um, old habits and old like principles of a player, or did it change with time?
But I think we're lucky because we have great example,
Yeah.
and Nuno, he should know more than I. But when you see the work that Cristiano is doing on this side by himself, training every day more. The kids were just looking at which car is driving or which watches he's wearing, but behind all these images, I'm sure you can explain it, and this is
Yeah.
important that you explain it because you play with him, but you tell to all the people that were listening to us
No,
that how it's difficult to become a.
yeah, it's true.
And to,
It's true, and this is a very good example of how young players has to look for professional football, because some and for sure most of us, Ray and you, Yuri, for sure during our career we had some colleagues with a lot of talent that was just not enough, because you cannot waste your talent. You need to have hard work mixed with your talent, because talent is not enough nowadays. And Cristiano is one of biggest examples that with hard work, and he works a lot to achieve what he achieved in the career. It's true.
Guys, thank you all so much for being an example for young players, and not only for players, and for people in general, because you're right. It's really easy to get drifted away by ego, by material things and everything. So thank you guys to each one of you so much that you're an example for young people, for young men, how to become successful and still be a human and a strong human being. So thank you guys so much. It was a pleasure talking to you. I really hope that all this is over soon and we can create magic again. You guys can create magic again in the stadium, because this is something that we all miss, I think. The hugs, the shouts. I think everybody will cry in the stadium this time we all come together. So I wish you good luck down. Stay kind, stay peaceful, stay happy. And I just hope to see you soon again. Every single one of you.
Thank you, Iveta.
See you guys. All the best.
Thank you,
Nice to see you, Ray.
And
Nice to
thank
see
you,
you,
guys.
Iveta.
And bye bye. And Iveta,
All the best.
the key to
Keep
begin.
safe.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Ben Construct, and thank you,
Bye-bye.
Iveta.
Bye bye.
Wonderful.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Giving everything you got, giving everything you got. Keep a feeling in your heart, keep a feeling in your heart. Don't you ever give up. Let's show the